What up, fellow educators and aspiring educators across the country? Dr. A here, founder of Learning Liaisons. And are you interested or need some more information about how to get certified to be a teacher? Are you going down the alternative certification route? So stay tuned in this video. I'm going to give you baseline basics on how to get yourself certified if you did not go through the traditional College of Education route. So stay tuned and make sure you like, subscribe, and throw a comment down on this video and let me know, what do you want to teach in the future when you grow up, or what are you currently teaching? Let me know what state you teach in, what content, and what grade level. And with that being said, let's get to the content. All right, so I often get phone calls and emails and text messages from teachers around the world who want to change their careers, right? They did something else and they have their degree in some other background, but they really have a passion for helping others. So they want to be an elementary school teacher or a middle school teacher or a high school teacher. So they want to know, how do I do that if I did not go through a college of education and get a degree in education? So let's talk about this real briefly. We're not going to get into super duper details. If you have a specific comment, drop it below this video and I will make sure I address it as soon as possible. So most states around the United States have some sort of system, or they call them pathways, to get your alternative certification. The majority of them, you need at least a bachelor's degree to get your alternative, go through on the alternative certification route. So that means, let's say you got a communications degree or poli-sci or history or I don't know, anything else, engineering, and you decided, hey, this is not for me. You want to change careers, or maybe you finish your 4-year degree and you're like, you know what? I don't want to go into this workplace. I want to be a teacher. So if that's the case, most states allow you to get into what they call an alternative certification program. Now, there are some situations around the country currently at the time of this filming video, like for example in Arizona, there are some districts that you don't even need a 4-year degree, you just need a high school degree. Now that's a whole nother conversation for another video. I know everyone's like, oh, I'm gonna book my trip to Arizona to check it out, but that's one of the instances because I've met HR people from that state at national conferences recently, and due to the teacher shortage, they are doing their best to fill those vacancies, and that's one of those routes. So back to the topic of the video. So to get your alternative certification, what you do is there's several options, and most states are the same. Okay, now I said most states, so do not quote me on it because your state might have different verbiage to call it. So a lot of states have what they call PDCP programs, PDCP. Now that's an acronym for a program that's in your district. It's in your district. Sometimes they're paid, sometimes they're free, and they put you through the coursework, trainings, and help you prep for your certification exams to pass that. Another route is what they call an EPI, Educator Preparatory Institute. Those are your programs that are at universities that aren't a full 4-year degree, and most people are teaching along the same line and they go to take those classes. So for example, a teacher might go through the process, get their statement of eligibility, and get a job. They pass their subject area exam, they get a job, and they have to go through the alternative certification route, and they choose to pay to go to an EPI program at a local university or online. So they're teaching and they're doing their requirements, and at the end of the day, they have to fulfill all the requirements on the statement of eligibility, pass their exams, and then they get their professional certificate. So those are two examples. There are lots of online programs to help facilitate and make sure that you finish the alternative certification process as quick as possible. So one specific example is the company that is our parent company for here at the Learning Liaisons. That is Teachers of Tomorrow. So a big shout out to Teachers of Tomorrow. So Teachers of Tomorrow, and I'll drop a link to that below this video. It is the nation's largest alternative certification program. Now, there's a lot of programs out there, but they actually help the most amount of teachers each year. It's a fully engaging curriculum online. It doesn't just focus on getting you through the process, but also becoming the most innovative and effective educator you possibly can. So there are online modules, they help you prep for your exams, and they basically hold your hand throughout the process to make sure all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted. Now, obviously, most of these alt-cert programs online or EPI programs, there is a fee to it. You can find out all that information below at the link for Teachers of Tomorrow. But the good thing about online programs like Teachers of Tomorrow is that you can go as fast or as slow as you want. So I've seen some teachers go through all the coursework, do all the projects, pass their exams, and they're done within 12 months, sometimes even earlier. So most people on average take about 12 to 18 months. And it's not just Teachers of Tomorrow. There are other online programs out there that are sufficient, but Teachers of Tomorrow is one of the biggest and best in the nation. So those are some ways that you can get certified. And remember, I want to stress the fact that you do not need to have an education degree to be a teacher. That's one of the confusions out there for a lot of people. And hopefully this video is answering that question for you, because you do not need an education degree in order to teach. You need any 4-year degree in most of the states. You apply for what they call a statement of eligibility. Your state might call it something different. That's through the Department of Education, or maybe through a program like Teachers of Tomorrow. They issue statements of eligibility, so it takes out the nonsense of having to deal with your state DOE. So you get your statement of eligibility, you pass one of your subject area exams, and you can get hired. So you could actually be a classroom teacher earning a full-time salary with all the benefits and not even complete your certification process. However, here's the big however. If you don't fulfill all of those requirements, coursework, passing your exams within the allotted time frame from your district and your statement of eligibility, they will let you go. So, for example, one of the big markets that we work in is Texas. We do a lot of Texas prep on our website at thelearningliaisons.com. And the way it works in that state, for the most part, is for example, if you're in a Teachers of Tomorrow program like Texas Teachers, you can pass your subject area exam, you can be in the program, and you can get a job. And that first year of employment, you have to fulfill all your requirements. So if you don't pass all the rest of your exams, you don't do all the coursework for the program, and don't finish everything, your school district cannot hire you back. Even if you're super duper amazing teacher of the year, they cannot hire you back by law. Same thing, for example, in our home state here in Florida. In our home state, you've got more time. You've got about 3 years to complete your testing requirements. And at the end of the third year, if you don't pass all the necessary exams, do all the necessary coursework, if you're in the alt-cert process, they have to let you go. So I know that sucks. I know a lot of, and unfortunately, if you're one of the people watching us and you were down that route and you lost your job, I deeply apologize. I'm on your side. It is a certification process. It can have its bumps in the road, but you got to keep your eye on the prize and make sure, this is the biggest part when it comes to alt-cert that I stress to everybody in our trainings and other videos on our YouTube channel, is your requirements for your statement of eligibility, any requirements that your school district or your state give you that you have to satisfy, you stay on them, you make sure you get them done, and you make sure you're proactive and get them done early. I have heard so many stories from teachers every single year around the time of this video, here at the beginning of February. Now kicks up the season, then everyone realizes, oh my God, I got to pass my test or I'm going to lose my job. And now they start studying. You should already be studying back in October, November, and already passed your exams by the new year. But don't worry, you still got plenty of time. If you're in the alt-cert process currently, I'm speaking to those people that are already in this process in some kind of program at your district or a national level. You got to get into high gear right now. Put your test prep and your requirements at the top of your plate above everything else, because you got to get it done. Many schools, depending on the state, a lot of teachers have April as a deadline, the beginning of April. A lot of states, including our home state here in Florida, June 30th is a magic number. Whatever that date is, make sure you know it, make sure you live by it, and make sure you knock out all those requirements if you're already in the alt-cert process. So I know I kind of deviated out in left field there and kind of talked a little bit to the people who are currently in alt-cert program. So let's just bring it back to the people that are thinking about it. So just a quick recap. You don't need an education degree to become a teacher. The alternative certification term is given to those people coming into the field with a different 4-year degree background or master's degree. So if you have a master's degree as well in some field that's not education, you also could come in a field. We welcome you. We need you. Regardless of whatever state you insert in the blank, there is a teacher shortage. And we know there's lots of different reasons why there's a teacher shortage, but one of the biggest ones that's come down is the lack of support. So we're here for you. We're here to answer any questions that you have. We need you in the classroom. Those of you guys who are currently in an Alt-Cert program, keep it rocking. Keep your eye on the prize. Those of you guys who are thinking about coming into the fields of education, we want you. We need you. And if you have any specific questions about Alt-Cert programs, you could drop them in the comments below. So once again, my name is Dr. Ray. I'm the founder of the Learning Liaisons. Feel free to check out the links below. Join some of our free support groups. Check out our website at thelearningliaisons.com. And always remember, it's when you pass, not if you pass your certification exams. We've got your back. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.